Welcome back.
Happy Friday! It is Friday, April 11th. I am Philosopher Nick. I'm here along with Miss Swedish Fish, and we are going to get philosophical today.
This is such a good topic. It just brought back old memories. We talked about this so many years, but never in this way.
Yeah, and obviously I think you guys have known the trend is we're trying to bring science and math and logic into the marketing realm, because marketing is not just about creative shit. It is about the blend of all these things. So we're going to think, how does philosophy, and specifically Japanese philosophy, impact marketing? And we're also going to talk about some other things, but that'll be the focus today. So are we ready for the rundown?
Yes, let's go.
All right. So we obviously have talked about this, but the term Ikigai, which translates to a reason for being, it's a Japanese concept. If you've been in any kind of leadership training classes or books or anything like that, this is a topic that they've talked about. But why and what does it have to do with marketing?
Well, if we're applying this to marketing, I think the core idea is basically that great marketing sits in this intersection of what excites your team, what you're good at, what buyers actually need, and revenue, right?
Yeah. What can you get paid for?
What can you get paid for? What's in the center of that? When you find that center, when that overlaps, do you say that you're in Ikigai, or
I think you practice it. It's a concept. So obviously it's more of a life philosophy, right? But we're going to reframe it into B2B marketing, because that's what we do. We steal like artists when it comes to concepts.
Let's look at this so people can visualize this as well.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah, this is a good one. So obviously, what you're good at, what you love, what the world needs, what you get paid for. So when you think about it, though, from a marketing perspective, let's walk through how to reframe that. So when you think of what you love, okay, great. Well, from a marketing perspective, what kind of stories or content is your team really excited to create? So let's say you're in technology or in cybersecurity. Is your team excited to create content about using that technology to protect a client, protect a law firm, protect a financial institution, protect a school? Like, are they excited about that content that they're creating? Because if they're not, probably it's not going to be very good content.
No,
we know that. All right.
And then the question would be what you're good at. So in B2B, then it would translate to the channels, the formats, where your team and you consistently perform well.
Yeah. So as an example, if you suck at email, that's probably not a good channel to go down. But if you're amazing at events and in-person stuff, then that's probably the format and the channel you should apply. Or if you're great at cold calling, or if you're not, right? Or whatever the channel or the tactic or that structure, think about what you're good at, right? I mean, at the end of the day, we've seen it 1,000 times and we've done it ourselves. We try to do things that we're not good at. And when we do that, it doesn't work. It just doesn't work.
I think people get stuck on trends here. Like if everyone else is doing X, we need to do that too.
Yeah, and hey, look, following trends is valuable and important, and it's you can learn a lot
to some extent. Yeah.
To some extent, but I think everybody has to know their strengths and weaknesses as both individuals and as marketers and as companies. And trying to do things again that you're just not great at, it's pretty easy for the buyer to see through that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so then there's what does the world need? I mean, besides peace. But,
this is quite important, and this is not what you think they need.
Exactly. Yeah, this is important. So from a B2B perspective, what the world needs really translates into what are the real challenges that your buyers are trying to solve. Again, the challenges, not the product, right? What's the challenge that they're trying to overcome, right? So go back to education for a second. Are they trying to protect their students in a university or in a school system so that those kids aren't online, or they're not in the bathroom vaping and getting caught? Or like, what's the problem that we're trying to solve for that? in the B2B world, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you
Yes.
don't know that, that's a good question to ask.
Start there. Like,
All right. So what's the last one?
what can you get paid for?
Yeah.
So
It's a
they offer
little
messaging,
Jerry Maguire, show me the money.
the solution, solution that fit obviously your business model and that can like then drive revenue.
Yeah. So at the end of the day, like we're an agency and we work with a lot of basically a lot of B2B companies. If you can't actually deliver the service and get paid for it, then it's probably not the right business model, right? If what you're offering as a service, then maybe that's not aligned. So I think the lesson here is, and let's pop back up the Ikigai. I think the reality is, if you really should look at all of these together, not just individually, and really reframe it from a B2B view, and then ask yourself and your team, where do you fit in that? It'd be a fun exercise, especially over probably beer or wine.
Yeah, I think you're on to something there. Like, really check with it. Like, ask questions. Like, don't assume things. Don't assume that everyone on your team is a fan of doing webinars or events or emails. Like, if they're really hating what they're doing, you're never going to get to this like middle flow state that we're trying to reach here.
And be okay acknowledging what flopped, right? What failed. Like, it's okay. I mean, if you know what didn't work, if you did something, it's like, man, I just did this LinkedIn Live, I just did this webinar, and I was in the zone. I was rocking it. Like, if you felt really good about it, then hey, great. That's something you've learned from this exercise. If you tried something and it fell flat, hey, it's also something you learned, right? But understand, of the 4 boxes, which ones you're good at and which ones you need to adjust.
And the sooner you are okay admitting that something is not working, the faster you'll actually get to this Ikigai state.
Yes. All right. So that is our philosophy for today. But,
thank you, philosopher Nick, for that.
Yeah. All right. We have one more topic it's still philosophical, about dying a slow death.
You're dying ads. Ugh.
Yeah. So we've all seen the ads, right? That like you keep putting the ads out there. They don't work. Or they worked a little bit. They started in the beginning, then they just stop working slowly. I think the biggest problem we see is that not pulling the ads soon enough, right?
Yeah.
It's like you have to really think about, when you're looking at an ad, you've got CTA, you've got like the creative, you've got the hook, you've got all these things, but you have to really think about the ads of, prior to it tanking everything, what do you need to do, right? So run it through these tests. These are the keeper kill tests, right? So number 1, is the ad platform punishing you?
You need to actually look at the data for this.
Yeah, this is the science of it, right? Data and science. So like, we use Reddit a lot, and we've used Facebook, we've Reddit, TikTok, LinkedIn, we've all used. But sometimes these platforms do punish you, right? So if the CPMs are up, the CTRs are stuck, then yeah, you're getting screwed.
Really screwed.
Yeah.
Like, that can really
it's the algorithms.
bill.
Do what?
That can really jack up your bill too. Like when they start like pushing up the CPMs.
It's true.
Yeah.
All right. And what's the other test?
Is your audience burned out?
Oof. Yeah, we've seen this.
I mean, if the frequency is 2.5 plus, but the reach is just flat, they're done. It's done. It's over.
This is where a couple of years ago we had an ad. It was great for one of our clients, but it was basically the same audience kept getting served, dozens and dozens of times, right? And it wore out. Like, it just burned out the audience. And then you're burning money for getting nothing. It's just not working. So you have to look at the numbers.
I actually feel like that's off. Like, on LinkedIn specifically, I even mark ads like, I have seen this ad enough. Like, I don't need to see it more. Like, please.
Yeah. Please stop this ad.
And every day is just too much, guys. So yeah, look at that.
Yeah. The last one is on the keeper kill is, would you still click it? Which is to your point, right? So be honest with yourself, look at it, read it. And if you've it's like, oh my God, this is just, I've had enough. I'm bored of it. I don't want to see it anymore. Then your audience is probably thinking the exact same thing.
And again, you need to be honest with yourself here.
Yeah. And the
And
ads are like, I mean, they are, this is where it's time is it does make sense. And like, they're fun in the beginning, but like, especially if they're really kind of niche and creative, they're great for maybe a week or two, but then like you do just get tired of it. It's like, okay, I got it. It was funny. It was original. Now just stop the ad.
and I would argue that you should test it on a non-marketer. Because the marketing
Yeah,
people,
we're critical.
we think different. I mean, I do that with my husband. I'll show him something. He's like, what's this? Like, am I supposed to like this? I'm like, oh.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah. That's where that's like, it's getting the honesty of like a child, where the children have no filter. They just tell you, hey,
oh my God, I can't wait for Luca to be that age where I'm going to show him things, because he will be dead raw honest with me.
yeah, it is the children's honesty is great. All right, so that's it. That's the keep or kill ideas on ads.
Whew.
All right, what else we got? Oh, we got our my favorite part.
Your favorite parts coming here.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like that.
It's brutal. It's brutal. Like, this is what my pet peeve is, when you add friction to anything, and trying to get information, talk to somebody. It's just it's brutal. So yeah. So don't add friction to your
No.
prospects and your clients. Make it easy for them.
The worst thing I know, when you're forced to get on these calls and you still don't get the freaking number out of them during this call, I'm like, shoot me, seriously.
Well, and the trend obviously with SaaS companies, which is driving me crazy, is you get sent to the business development person to be screened, and then you have to schedule another meeting to get the demo. I'm like, now I've added multiple clicks, multiple meetings to get to the one thing you could have told me in 5 minutes. So,
oh boy, yeah, just don't do
all
it.
right, enough of our rant for we're getting our philosophical Friday. So that's it. That's the rundown.
That's the rundown. That's this for this week. If you are not yet subscribed, you should know where to go by now. But if not, marketingqualify.co. And of course, we still have Partner Science if you're in the channel game. If not, just you should check it out still. It's a lot of partnership general advice there. And
we said partnership or partnership?
Partnership. I'm okay. It's Friday. It's been a long week. It's been a long week. Partnerscience.tech. Check it out. It's worth the read. That's it. I'll be quiet now.
All right, we're out. See you guys next week.